Welcome back, whippersnappers. This is Gramps. We're in Shapes 2 version 1, and we are building a MAM. And last episode, we built our color mixer module. At least we started on it. And I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest. Could definitely be some fine tuning. And, that said, it looks good to me. I wonder if I could actually turn this around and have it just feed out to this pipe instead of all of this. But you know what? That's not super vital right now. What we need to do is let's collect some shapes. And so we let our existing MAM run in the meantime, and while it was going, it got up to level 9, and level 9 for us is a 2-layer shape. All right, so we've got this on top and this on bottom, and it's 2-layer with colors. And my initial thought was, oh, you know, first we're going to get to colors and then we'll get to layers. Well, yeah, we got to both of them. Same time. So what I want to do is get this updated and get it placed into the MAM, and let's get it working. But before we do that, we need to add to this, and what we're going to do is that. So we're going to copy this and bring it all the way down as far as we can. So that is right there. Now that cuts off our input, which is fine. And our output, also fine. What we want to do is make sure that we can get these tanks filled and stockpiled. And let's get rid of this. It's weird that the wire does that. All right. So what I'm gonna do, I did a little experimentation without you. But let's just to see what we were gonna need to do. And this is part of it. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna run that straight. Oh no, that's right. This one, because this pipe goes up, so I'm gonna get rid of that and bring this wiring up there, because what I need to do is I need to bring our green vat and connect it to this. I need to bring red to this and blue to this. That's the way all this is going to work. And I'm getting rid of these, and I'm going to redraw them in. All right, so that one's going to be easy. That's just going to be the blue pipe coming into here. So let's redraw all these pipes, okay? Without the, I'm just trying to draw them without the, input coming in here. So that does that, and then this does this, and that's pretty easy. One of the things I wanted to also comment, you know what's coming. If you have not yet, please like and subscribe. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So I'm going to reach up here and grab from the second level and just bring it in. Okay? Because might as well. It doesn't matter which level, and really we just need one pipe, because once the fluid is here, then it's in the system. And so it's good to go. This one is a little trickier. Let's do that one last. Let's do this one now. So that's on the bottom layer. And again, same thing. Blue just comes on in. Now, what we need to do is find a way to get a green pipe from here over into here somehow. And I'd like to do it without a jump, if possible. You know what? I can't do that. I could do that. All right. Talking to myself. I'm going to get rid of this blue pipe here. Have the blue pipe. Oh, wait. I need to do this. Have the blue pipe come along here on the second layer and go in. Get rid of this top pipe. Because, yeah, then I can take a top pipe and zoop it on in there. Look at that. No jumperonis at all. Excellent. And that blue is connected exactly the way it was. And this is looking good. And I think I'm going to do the same thing here. Oops. And get it going. So second layer. And connect it. Yeah, this is fine. There's no yellow fluid in here yet, but that's going to come. Yeah, it takes a while, and then once this is all set up, then it is good to go. So this one I'm gonna bring to here. And then what I need to do is same thing, where I rerouted those wires. And don't need to worry about it there. Do need to worry about it here. Because this is all needs to come in to here. And then it's going to jet out, right? So that red, which came in on the second layer, is going to do the same thing here. So let's get that set up. We're going to have all these jumps. And they need to be connected with pipes. So we'll do this. Let's see if we can copy that down. Yep. To there. And not going to work there. That's okay. We can take this and actually, you know what we can do? No, I didn't need to recopy it. I can do a Shift F. It works perfectly because it goes above that. All right, now all I need to do, this was on the second layer. Second layer. Top layer. Just gonna connect that in. And then this one is gonna be bottom layer. I kind of like that they're all on different layers. I also did have a thought that eventually when we get to pins, there might be a problem. And the problem is that pin shapes are not considered to be, are not paintable, right? And so if we have a pin in a segment here, it's not going to be able to go forward. So when we get to there, I'm going to have to rewire this. And I figured it out pretty easy. It's using an OR statement. So it's saying basically, hey, if this is uncolored or a pin, then you need to route around this way. So that will happen when it happens. Yeah, this is all set. Oh, we need to do this. So yeah, let's get our shapes coming in here. No, I'll go this way. And jump it. Okay, oops. All right, there we go. Perfect. We could, of course, jump the wire. That might even be easier, but as we know, jumping shapes speeds them up. So that's good. Then we want to take this guy and do that. So I think we're good, because now all I need to do is take this whole thing and plunk it down there. My friends, I think by Jove, I think we've done it. So that is all going to go basically right here. So I'm going to take this, and this is going to wipe out all those lovely shapes that we have. I'm going to cut it. And in fact, let's get rid of that. Okay, so that is going to be 3, 2, 3. But now I also want to start making room for our other shapes coming in. And so that's going to be another 3 shapes, right? Because we've got these 4 plus pins plus X plus Y. So 1, 2, 3. All right, so that is going to be plunked in there. Now, the thing I need is to be able to get a wire down here to come in right here for the colors. All right, so what's you know what, and let's do this too. I'm gonna get rid of that. I like this one overlapping because then it easily feeds down into here. Let's see, 4, 4, and 2. We could do this. We could do 3, 3, 3. You know, we could do the 4 could be here, and then this could be just a 1. Let's do that. And cut this and clunk it there. And I just need to take all this stuff. And I'm gonna paste it right in there. I don't want going that way. Alright, we're gonna come way back here. And just bring it on down. There we go. Oh. There, and then here, we'll just put a little single. You know what? Let's do it there. Oh. So let's not do a single. Let's do a double. And have it go right down the middle. There and there. And you know what? Let's just move this whole thing over. You know, the aesthetics are an important part of the game. They're really not, but sometimes I pretend like they are. All right. That is all set. And everything is connected. Okay, perfect. So, here's what we're gonna do. Let's grab this guy. And put it right there. And grab these to go in here. And I think for right now, maybe I'm just gonna do this. But yeah, let's jump it. And then I'm just gonna copy this to all the others. And we will be good to go once I get stuff connected. Yay. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and reconnect this train. Because we're just gonna have those going. Now, I need to pull data off of this because this is saying, hey, here's what we're looking at. Now, it's only looking at the bottom row. So I don't need to worry about stacking or unstacking it. Alright, so, and then I need to feed that data into here, 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 and here. And let's get that set up. Like that, quick and easy. Ah. There, and then boom. All right. Perfect. And then I want to take this and we'll do a little bring it on down. And yeah, we basically just need to copy this. Now, all we need on this one, though, is color. Yeah, so let's do this. I'm going to get rid of that. And bring it here. Okay, so blue, nothing, then uncolored, uncolored. That's what we would expect. And actually, darn it. I need to move it over one more. Let's also get rid of that. Okay. I need to move it one more because this guy is going to come out, and if it did that, then it would connect in, and we don't want that. All right, so this is going to be the bottom one. All right, which brings it down, and it enables this. So that means that shape is just going to go on through. Oops, this guy is right here. Now, eventually there are going to be shapes in here. So let's clean this up. And yeah, let's do this. It's going to come in and go up. And then it's going to jump over this. And go in. Okay. Then this needs to do the same. Yeah. This one. Here, this one, let's do this first. Jumping over that. There, good. This one. Actually, we're going to just get rid of that. And this will move. Oh. These are going to be off to the right, so I'm going to... Yeah, we're just going to have two of these coming in here. Alright, so we need to plan ahead for that by doing this. Alright, so this will all make sense. When we get there, and yeah, we're gonna go in here like that. All right. Then we're gonna just take this whole thing and copy it up a layer. Come on. Hey, here come those shapes. Now, it's going to get stuck because there's no fluid in here. So let's get some fluid coming in. And, yeah, for right now, that's going to be coming in here. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up for the way I'm going to eventually set this up. And that is up above, we're going to have our fluid unloaders right there. And you can see why I didn't do that before, just because it totally blocks all the view, and then the the train track blocks that. So I'm gonna do the same thing with this guy. It's gonna be, they're gonna be like this, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But again, it's going to block all that. And I didn't want to do that while I was building. So, grab... oh, that is not what I wanted. So, yeah, let's hide the upper view. And these guys are going to be coming in right here. Now we can just take this, copy it up, and then do the S curve. There, perfect. And then they're going to do the same here. Let's do this and that. And now I'm going to also, just for aesthetics, I'm going to make sure we're not running wires directly in the path of the 4 here. That said, we don't need to worry about this. This is all extra and not needed. But it looks cool. Aesthetics. And here. Perfect. Now when we go down, it connects in. Okay. So we do need to make sure we're running in red, green, and then blue. So let's go do that. Okay, so I have a train coming in now with red, green, and blue. We've got some red, green, and blue back here. And so again, this is just spaced out in a way that blue will be in the front car, red will be in the back car, and then green will be in the middle, which should get us our RGB. So the other thing I want to do is I want to do something different here. So instead of this, I'm going to take this guy and move him over here. And let's get rid of this. And connect that. Okay, and what I want to do is let's get our toggle switch. That's something else I need to talk to you about. So we've got our toggle switch here. And what I want to do is be able to toggle between a shape that I've made and the actual shape that is requested. So let's bring this over here. And we're going to connect it into the system there. All right, so that is working as intended, I believe. Let's see. So over here, yeah. So we've got our same blank, blank, and blue. And what I'm going to do too is use one of our global signal transmitters and pop that in here. So that's the signal side. I'm gonna flip it and rotate it. So yes, that's the channel name side. All right. So bringing this signal into here, and then let's get a signal producer, and we're gonna just call this channel gray circle. Okay. So what this is gonna do is help create our hey, here comes our colors. Yay. It's going to help create our different layers, but we're going to, in theory, be able to switch it by just switching this toggle here. And that should get everything going, and you'll see how it works in the next connection. Yes, good, RGB. Now it's going to take a while for this to get all up to speed. But look at that. This is our blue one, and it is sending blue oh no, we need that. Ah, that's true. Okay, so what's happening is we have this little filter here. Nothing's making it past that because we're not telling it what shapes we're waiting for in the system over here. And yeah, we still have stuff that's chugging along here. You know what? I think this is just old stuff. I'm just gonna clear all that out. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to run a wire all the way down to here that says not only just the color, but the shape. And that is basically this whole connection here. All right. That is this. So that's taking this shape and combining it with its color. So let's do that. And I'm going to do this. And where are we going to do that? Let's do that here. Yeah, we need to break this wire for a minute. Let's just paste this in. And that's close to what we want, but not completely. So I think I'm gonna take this wire and go up and over, and then come back down here. All right, so that keeps that one connected. This one, we're gonna come down here and connect it in. And what we need to do is this. So here's our color and our shape. And we need to combine those two. So let's get a simulated machine of a painter. Looking at it at the side. Yeah, we need the color is coming in that way. Right, yeah. Let's do this. Oops. This comes in and goes down there. This one goes right in there. This should be a blue circle. Yay. All right. Blue circle it is. Same with this one. We're gonna let's do it up here. And there. Oops. and that's null. This one, let's do it, turn it this way. Oh, yeah, that makes more sense, doesn't it? And that should be, yep, an uncolored square, and this one. Yeah, that's way more sensical. Sensalicious. Boom. Like there. Yeah. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, that is what we are looking for. Now I need to get that info sent over to the appropriate place. So we're going to come in here. Yeah, we're going to come in here. And immediately go up to the top layer. And jump across. And we need to make it all the way. We need to make it over here. So yeah, we can just go like so. To jump that one, and then come on down, and look at that, it is letting that pass along. On all 3 layers now. Perfect. Now, let's do the same with this guy. Bring it up 3 layers and take it on down. And we may have to, I may have to, you know, shuffle this around to go a different way. Trying to follow the same path as before. This one has nothing. Which is perfect. And then this here. Yes, we've got to come down here and do this. Alright, I can already see where this is going to go wrong. We'll let future Gramps deal with that. It's an easy fix. All right. Working. Now, the other thing we are going to need to do is get a... We need another stacker. So, let's work on that. You saw in this, I have a 1 to 2 splitter. So I thought this one here was kind of ugly. It is. So I just wanted to recreate it in a way that's a little more aesthetic. Again. So, I have done that. Let's get rid of all that and all that. All right, so if I bring this in here, yeah, and then I just have to triple it up, and I'm going to bring this guy over here. And then connect all this. Then at least I can keep things a little bit consistent. I've got the same thing for here. Anyway, that's all stuff I can do later. What do I want to do with you? So I also have a 3-to-1 combiner. And it's not always lined up correctly, but then it's easy to modify, right? And then I just take all this and triple it up. Okay, so again, just a little prettier. Why are you... Oh, okay, got it. That's how slow it's processing. Okay, so what... Okay, that's not jumping because this is blocked up there, which is fine. Nope, this is not fine. And yeah, that was just there. That's why having a This needs to connect into there. Okay. So yes, these now are all coming out. So this is making our bottom layer, right? And our bottom layer is going to be coming along here, which is great. But that is not our final form. Can I get 2 of these on one? On one of these platforms is the question. Let's go all the way up to there. So I need a little bit of room there. No, I don't think I could. Oh, maybe if it's top and, but it can't be really top and bottom. Like so. All right, so I'm gonna have to fiddle with that. But what I can do is this. So I can bring this guy in here. And do that. And then basically what it's going to say is, hey, if there's another level, then you need to go up here. So let's get our new guy here, which is basically this plus that. And I'm going to put it right here. Let's get that going, Oops, nope. All right. So the idea being, if this is, if this has 2 layers, if this has 1 layer, go this way. If it has more layers, go this way. So what we want to do is this. You know, we can do this, I think, with our operator signal receiver. And basically an unstacker, right? Oh, you know what? Let's not use that. Let's use this instead. Let's use our global signal receiver with this channel. Okay. And we're basically looking at this, right? If anything exists up here, then we want that to send stuff up. Oh, but I don't want it to be like, if there's a double stack where it's, you know, a whole circle on top of a whole circle, and they're the same color, I don't want it to send that. I want it to just send a 1 or a 0. So let's do this. I'm going to use a logic gate, a transistor gate. Uh-huh. And it is going to send 1. Oh. What if it sends 0? Yeah. Alright, so let's try this out. By going back over here. That's why this is handy. And let's switch it to this, which is just a single layer. Oh. Oh, it should be this one then. What is... Alright. If we put a knot in there... but it still sends a 0. Alright. Alright, let's switch it back now and see if it does what we want it to do. No. Now it's sending that. Urgh. Alright. So look, I may have, let's just go back to this. Yeah. And then let's see if this works. No, it doesn't work. That one is null. Alright, basically, I want it to always go up unless this is null. So... and when this is null, I want it to if there's not another shape. For instance, wait, if it's this. Yeah, see, then it's gonna go up. Because this is not the right shape. That's why I don't want it to send a shape. Now if this is a 1, it's just gonna go through. Alright. So, does that work if we do the gate? And then again, give it a knot. Mm-hmm. But then... switch to that. Is it going up? It might be. It is not. All right. Okay, gonna take a second. I think I have it. So simple is the win. So right now we're sending the single shape, the single layer shape, and it comes out of here, and this is null. So I do a not, which sends the 1, which enables it to go through. Now if I come back over here and change it to the 2-layer shape, which now it's a 2-layer shape, now it's going to send stuff up. Okay. I think that is a win. Let's finish this up. And, yeah, what I'm gonna do... This is probably temporary. Let me pause this, as I'm just gonna connect this all in here. And, go from there. But when I have 3 and 4 layers, then we're gonna have to change this. I'm probably gonna shuffle some things around. Then we're going to take all of this, yeah, all this, and we're going to copy it to right here. I think that won't cut this off. Yeah, no, that's fine. Oh, yeah, we can get rid of this on those platforms. All right. Yeah, we can get rid of these. And up here. And here. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, of course, is get this set up like so. And eventually into here. But now what I'm going to do is no switch row on this one. This one is just going to be a receiver. Yeah, there's the channel and the signal. Oh, but I do need to unstack this one. So let's just take this. We'll do it there. And we are going to unstack it. And we just want that top layer. And then I'm also, let's put in some displays for this. Display for there. And a display for there. Okay. So, let me get these guys wired up. I'll be right back. Alright, so we're getting close. But we need to switcheroni this. To be different. We don't... Oh, yeah, we are going to need a switch here. When we get to 3 layers. But that sounds like a problem for future Gramps. So let's do this. It's funny watching all those shapes zip along. And up. Then, boom. We may want to make a trash can too, saying, hey, if you're not the correct upper layer, then you need to go into the trash. If you're not the correct shape. But I think this is maybe working right now. So none of this is going to be used. And yeah, so let's fast forward. Let's get some stuff in, and we'll see what it does. I'm gonna go ahead and clear out these guys too. All right, so shapes are coming in to the top now. I did have some issues here. So I've rewired this. This guy came along and had to go up into there. It was mixing with this and making a crazy shape. So that is fixed, and I will update all that, and I will put this all in blueprints, probably into sections. I'll probably do like a shape module like this, you know, shape sorter. And then I will do and I will put the color mixer in there. And I'm not happy with this yet, so I'm not going to put this in there yet. But I will put those two in. And I'll put also control panel. And I'll just put like these two guys in as control panel. So that's all in the description. These guys should be cruising along and not getting painted. And yep, so they're coming in, loading in here. Just to not get painted. Then the others are flipping around. Because this top layer has nothing painted. Where are these guys? What should this be? Oh, this is still messed up. Ah, it's messed up over here. Got it. There we go. Much better. Yes, now those are feeding through. That means I need to fix it here as well. But that one didn't matter because this particular design did not have anything in that shape, so it was sending a null anyway. That's fine. And that means, is this one messed up? Nope, I fixed this one, although I fixed it differently. So we'll change that. Why is this not sending anything down? We don't want that. Okay, we need this. To do that. Yes, and same issue up here. No. Why is that not an issue here? It just... Oh, because this is wrong. So that's sending just that. That's why it's not an issue, because it is wrong. All right, there we go. Much better. Make sure... Yes, here is correct. And everything's good under here, so this should be, yep, full layer shape. Perfect. All right. So, a little troubleshooting. Nothing that we're not worried about. Nothing that we are worried about. Nothing to be worried about. So these are starting to make it their way into here. These two will combine. This one will bypass. Should go straight through here, I think. Let's see what happens. Maybe I'll move the cutter to its own set of platforms. That might be more modular of me. Yep. It's going straight through. And then we'll come down and join in here. And, yeah, I don't know why there's a bunch of all mixed up ones there. I'm gonna clear that one off. And these are, yeah, coming in and getting queued up and ready to be combined and sent to the final stacker for this layer. Yep, you can see the top pieces coming in. Now those ones should be coming down. Yeah, and because they're not this, they're going to go in to the system. And wait for these, which are not this, they'll go up there. Yep, that's working. And then they're all going to come down here, and now this one should be queued up and ready with the stack. All right. Let's cross our fingers. All right, these top shapes are flipping in from the top and coming in, and look right there. Boom. We just got our first final shape created. And where is it? There it is. Oh, it's coming along. So that certainly looks like this. I also realized I could turn off all the pins, all these operator shapes. We don't need to see all those. So look at this. They are cruising in. They're going to start counting, and it's only 1,500 shapes. You know, that's not a lot. And that is going to get us through. We now have colors and 2 layers. So, next episode, we're going to hop on and we're going to expand this to be able to handle 3 and 4 layers with full colors. And I'm going to move this in like so. And I think we're going to be good to go then. So all we need to do then is figure out all this stuff, right? And I think I need to... What I think I need to do is redesign this whole shebang and make it so I can fit 2 of these on one of these larger platforms. So that will be a task to do. And but basically we're just going to take all of this and copy it. Boom, boom. Look, there we go. Up in multiples of 8. And then for each one of those, we just need to change the level of unstackingness. Okay. And we will be good to go. So eventually the top one will be up here. And the bottom one down here. I just saw all this. I can get rid of all this. And look at all that work. Look at this. Reach level 10 or higher on any random operator shape. That was level 10. Excellent. Good job, gang. We've done it. We've made it through. And yeah, we're looking good. So this is our next shape. Now in the meantime, these shapes are going to just funnel into the trash, basically. And what I could do is, what I probably will do is start making some little trash bins that we can put in here and say, hey, all of these that are now no longer needed because they are not this shape or they're not this shape here, into the trash. Just go into the trash up here instead of filtering all the way through and loading this up. So that will be our next stage. And the reason to do that is to just try and keep the trash, to keep the bad shape generation to a minimum. Right? We want that to be as minor as possible. And yeah, I'm going to put this onto its own, maybe, I think it's a 2x2, or oh, it's going to be a 2x4. Oh yeah, I'll put that all in one. All right. So some improvements coming, and that will be something to look forward to next episode. In the meantime, I think that's it. Please like and subscribe. It's a huge help for the channel. Really helps support what I'm doing. And remember, all those blueprints are available for download. I'm gonna when I'm done here, I'm gonna add a bunch in. So we're all set. All right, my friends. Thank you so much. This is Gramps signing off.